Okay, so like I have a really quick like thing to update you on. Okay, so like I had work today, right? And like at 7 o'clock, I was like peeling Reese's because I had nothing to do, so I was peeling the Reese's chocolate for our Reese's peanut butter cupcake, right? And as I'm peeling, this man walks by the cupcake stand, and then as he's walking away, he looks through the glass and he's just staring at me. And you know, customer service, trying to be polite. I look at him and I'm just like, I smile back. I'm just like, or oh, that was ugly. I was just like. You know, I just smiled. And then he came walking back and he was like, "Excuse me, do you go to city?" And I was like, "Oh, no, I don't." And he's like, "Oh, where do you go?" And I'm like, "I go to state." And he's like, "Oh, okay. All right. How old are you?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm 18." And he's like, "Oh, that's perfect." And I'm just like, "Perfect for what?" And he's like, he starts stuttering. He's like, for a lot of things. You can do a lot of things. And as a joke, I'm kind of messing with him. Just like, "Oh, yeah, I've been 18 for a while. Yeah, there's not much to do." And he's like, "Oh, okay, so, nice cupcakes." I'm like, on top we have our donut muffins. He's like, "Oh, are those a lot of calories?" And I'm like, "Oh, my boss says it's 130, but I don't know." And he's like, "Oh, I think that's a lot. Is that a lot? I don't think I can finish that by myself." And I'm like, you can always buy it and then eat it tomorrow. Like, I have to-go bags." And he's like, "No, I think I need someone to eat it with." And I'm just like, "You can eat it with someone tomorrow." And then he's like, so you work here, right? And I'm like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "All right, stupid question." 10 seconds later, no, like a minute later, he's like, "Wait, so you work here?" And I'm like, he's like, "Oh, wait, that's a dumb question. Like, duh, I see you right now." And I'm like, "Yeah, anyway." And then he's like, "So you live with roommates?" I'm like, "Mm-hmm." And he's like, and I'm like, "Do you?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I do too." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And he's like, "Oh, do you like it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's pretty fun." And then he's like, "Oh, yeah, me too. You should, like, come over." And I'm just like, come over? And he's like, "Oh, no, not like that. N- never mind. Have a nice night." And then he walked away, like, hella, like, just embarrassed and shit. And I'm just like, what was that? Like, I don't know, he was so serious too. And he just kept staring like straight into my eyes and just smiling and like laughing. And I'm just like, "Oh, this is kind of creepy." Like, oh, like he was like missing a tooth too. So he made him look old. Like, I think he was probably like 25 maybe. Like, I don't know. Like, he had like a very old like face. Like, it wasn't hella old, but like he smokes. You can tell because like of his like skin. And I was just like, damn, scary. That was a mess. And then Saturday night when I was working, we were about to close, so we didn't have many cupcakes left. We mostly had like the chocolate ones. And this guy with his girlfriend walks by, and he's kind of like on something. He's kind of like, "Do you guys have any more red velvet?" And I'm like, "Oh no, sorry, we ran out." And then he's like, "Damn, I love red velvet." And then he was kind of walking away, he was like just a few feet away. I checked the back, and I'm like, "Oh, do you want us to make you some?" And then apparently Melanie, who's across on the other side of me, on the ice cream side, is watching this couple. And then his girlfriend starts going batshit crazy, and she starts hitting him. And then she starts mimicking me, like, "Do you want me to make you one? Do you want me to make you one?" Like, what the fuck? Why are you hella mad, though? Like, are you an insecure bitch? And then she goes hella crazy, and she starts hitting him and shit. I'm like shoving him, and he's just like, "I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything." And then she's just like, "No, do you want me to make you one? Do you want me to make you one?" Like, what the fuck are you wrong with you? Like, damn. I was not even like flirting with her boyfriend or anything. It's like customer service. Like, and I had extra in the back, and I didn't know. And he wanted one. Like, what the fuck? Like, damn, she's insecure as fuck. And then he was just like, "I didn't do anything." And then he put his arm around her and just like shoved her away towards the other direction. And as Melanie told me this, I'm just like, "Damn, well, like, are you gonna come back? Like, you gonna do something? Like, ooh, your boyfriend wasn't even cute and you're fat. And you have a pig nose." Like, I swear, if you tell any Asian girl she has a flat nose or a pig nose, she's gonna get so offended. It's so funny. But, yeah, like, that was really interesting, actually. My eyes are like, ugh. Okay. But, yeah, I think that's about it. This video is getting a bit too long. I've been sleeping with my hair up every night now to try to get volume in the morning. Is it working? I don't think it's working anymore. It was working like last week, and I looked so good last week. This week, not so much, but whatevs. Yep, alright. Bye!